Welcome to the video demo for the third lesson on beat matching. And in this demo, we're going to practice keeping one copy of a track in sync with the other one running at a different BPM.
So I have my practice track loaded in both decks of my controller, and this deck A, is going to be playing on the dance floor, and on deck B I already have my practice track queued up on its very first beat, okay, like this. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the pitch of track A to bring it to plus 0.5%, for example. So it's slightly faster than the track on deck B. And what it gives me is, this gives me the situation when the BPMs of the two tracks are different, and then I continuously have to use the jog wheel to keep the beats of track B aligned with track A. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start track A. It's the track that's playing on the dance floor. I'm going to start B at the beginning of A's phrase. I'm going to correct any starting mistakes, like we learned to do it in lesson 2. And then I'm going to be using the jog wheel to continuously give pushes to track B to keep its beats aligned with A. And you will have to always be doing it if you want the beats to stay in sync in this particular lesson. Okay, in the next lesson we're going to learn how to adjust the pitch control so you don't have to do those adjustments. So let's go ahead and do it. Overcorrected, but that's okay. The tracks are back in line naturally. And now A is starting to get ahead. Corrected. So you see how you do it. You start a track, you correct any starting mistakes if you start too soon or too late, but inevitably the tracks start to get out of sync because track A is a bit faster, okay? So use the jog wheel to constantly nudge track B to be in line with A, and you saw how I overcorrected one time. I moved it too much ahead of A, okay, but I let it run because naturally track B is slower, so its beats got back in line with A by itself and then behind it, so I had to do the corrections all over again. Now let me bring track A to minus 1%, for example. So now it's slower than B, okay? And I'm going to be doing the same, just slowing down B from time to time to keep its beats in sync with A. So here's how we do it. Back in sync. So you got the picture. I always have to adjust the jog wheel because as B's beats get ahead of A's, I have to keep them in sync. I have to give it a tap on the brake, so to speak. And on my controller I have those pitch bend buttons, okay? So I can use those instead of adjusting the jog wheel, and in some situations I find them like a better way, like sometimes a more convenient way to deal with the situation. So let me show you just as an example of how you use the pitch bend buttons to keep the beats in sync. Like if you have those buttons on your hardware, You might not, but it's useful to know how to work them. So there we go. So you see, instead of moving the jog wheel counterclockwise to slow down B a little bit, I did the same with the minus pitch bend button. So continuously tapping it to slow down B and keep its beats in sync with track A.